Virtual machine disk settings in Hyper-V 2016. If I move to Hyper-1, which is a failover cluster node, go to failover cluster manager under roles, right-click server 2 and go to settings, and then select the hard drive. I will see these options. New, as the name suggests, it's adding a new hard disk to this virtual VM. What type? I want the fixed size, or I want the dynamically expanding or thin disk, or a differencing disk, which a disk that is derived from a parent disk. Edit, if I say edit option, I have an option to increase the size of this VHDX file or expand it. Increase or expand the same thing, which basically expand the capacity. And once I increase the capacity, I need to do it in the guest OS as well. For example, current size is 40. I can say new size is 50. Next, finish, and to increase. Inspect, it's check the relationship of a virtual disk files to see either all disks are intact, they are at their place. For example, consider a differencing disk, like you creating a snapshots, right? And the parent-child relationship has been established. What if the parent disk is missing or it moved to another place in that? The inspect can check and can tell you if there is any problem or it inspect any corruption. Then what you can do, you can take necessary action to fix that. Maybe restoring the disk from a backup or associating a new parent disk with a differencing disk. Browse, it takes you to the place or to the folder where those virtual disks are. If I want to move this virtual disk, the option is right here, move, and I will say virtual machine is storage, and then I can move that. Just to let you know, if I go to, it's running on Hyper 2, as you can see, server 2 running on Hyper 2. So if I go to Hyper 2 and Hyper-V Manager, right click server 2 and say settings, I will find these options except the new disk. I will find, also except inspect, I will find all these options grayed out. And the reason is because this machine is running in failover cluster. This machine is configured as highly available. So I need to use failover cluster manager to make these changes. So remember these few things and yeah, very handy options, and one who is managing Hyper-V needs to know this, right? Take it easy.